Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back into a Fortnite video. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the best exponential settings to use here in Fortnite. I'm going to share with you guys the exponential settings that you guys want to have if you want to be able to hit more shots, build faster, and just become a much better player. I'm going to show you guys the settings to use, so definitely stay to the end of the video. And real quick, before we get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. I give away 2,000 V-Bucks every single Friday. If you guys would like to participate in the next giveaway and win some free V-Bucks, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on the video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Hit the notification bell, and as well leave a comment down below of your Xbox gamer tag, PSN gamer tag, or Epic account, and you guys will be automatically entered. If you guys would like to support them in the item shop, all you guys have to do is go down to the bottom right, click on support a creator, type in my creator code, which is Young Humor, and you guys will have me added and supported as a creator. And lastly, I'm super excited to announce my new merch. You guys can find it in the link in the description or the pinned comment if you guys are interested. Definitely get a long sleeve t-shirt or a hoodie if you guys like it. And with that being said, let's get right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the best exponential settings to use in Fortnite. So here, going into the settings and sharing with you guys all of these settings that I have. First, Hud Skill. This is something you definitely want to have down. I recommend anything from like 75 to like 85, just so your mini-map and your weapons aren't like super huge on your screen. Also, auto open doors is also a really great setting to have on. Saves you a ton when you try to edit and you accidentally make a door. You don't lose all your momentum. Quarter replays, definitely have that off. I do have confirm edit on release on. The disable pre-edit option, definitely have that setting on. Tap, search, interact. Those are just all the game settings that you definitely want to have if you currently don't. So going into the sensitivities and the settings that you guys definitely want to see. So my building is a 2.1 with my editing sensitivity a 2.2, and I really do like having a 47% horizontal speed with a 50% vertical. Having a higher vertical sensitivity is kind of the meta when it comes to exponential, not so much linear. Exponential settings is really great to have a little bit higher of a vertical. I recommend anything, if you're going to go higher, I recommend having no more than like 4% difference. It's just kind of my personal preference. Some people have a little bit more, but I would recommend anything from like 2 to 4 point difference. And if you guys do like higher sensitivities and you do choose to have higher, you also want to make sure that you do lower your building and editing a little bit, because your building and editing sensitivity is a multiplier of your horizontal and vertical. So if you do end up wanting to play on a higher sensitivity, just know that you're probably going to have to lower your editing and building just a point or two. So this sensitivity is really great. As you can see, I'm able to build really fast and really effectively. I am really more the person who likes faster builds. Some of you guys might like the smoother route. I kind of like having that quickness and that speed, so I'm able to outbuild and then just outplay other players a lot easier than playing on smoother settings. And also the sensitivity is really great for being able to ADS and be accurate. The only thing is, if you do play at a higher sensitivity, the sensitivity I have is kind of like medium. But one of the problems that can happen is if you're playing on exponential and a high sensitivity, if you're the type of player who tends to flick their analog sticks a lot, you're going to have a hard time hitting your shots. So people who tend to flick or panic, that's going to be a big problem, and you probably want to go with a lower sensitivity. But as long as you make sure that you just make small analog stick adjustments when you're aiming close range, you're going to be really accurate and you're going to beam players for a lot of damage. As I mentioned, you just want to avoid flicking as much as possible on exponential unless you're building. But when it comes to aiming, if you try to flick, it's going to be really bad and you're just going to miss a lot of shots. So as I said, with building and editing, I think the sensitivity is a little bit on the faster side. You can be smooth, but it is kind of difficult. If you want to have smooth sensitivity, I would recommend just being on linear. But for exponential, I really do like having that extra speed. If you're playing arena or if you're playing in public matches, you're able to maneuver in and out of boxes a lot quicker than being on a lower sensitivity. But if you do think that this building and editing is just slightly too high for you, you can lower it a couple points. I just wouldn't lower it too much. Otherwise, there is going to be a lot of retakes and a lot of situations where just building speed is going to entirely determine whether you win that fight or not. So I would just recommend having the settings that I currently have. So aim down sights, I have a 14% and a 13% with a 0.09 look dampening. Now the reason I have a higher horizontal speed, and I think it's a really good idea for aiming down sights, because a lot of times your vertical speed really isn't that important. And the reason for that is having a higher horizontal speed, which is when you're looking left to right. The reason why it's so important is because a lot of times, if you're playing like duos or squads, you're able to move in between targets much quicker that way than having a higher vertical, which really doesn't do you any help. Maybe like super close range, but it's not going to be that big of a deal. You just want to have a little bit higher of a horizontal. 1 or 2 points is going to be just enough to be able to go in between targets really quickly. And then the 0.09 look dampening, and I think you should always have look dampening if you play on Exponential, because it just gives you that extra aim, or just gives you that extra slowdown that you would need. That's going to help you hit those long range shots a lot easier, because Exponential is really great for hitting long range shots. Mixed with the look damping time, it's just really unbeatable. Your aim is going to be really great, and you're just going to be beaming players left and right from across the map. And then having that higher horizontal speed is going to allow you to go in between players left to right much quicker. So if you're playing duos and squads, or if you're just playing arena and you're playing solos, you're able to go in between players really quickly, and you might even be able to pick up some extra kills just being able to go in between players much quicker, having that higher horizontal speed. But as far as look damping time, as I said, it's a 0.09. I wouldn't go anything higher than like a 0.15. I feel like it's just a little bit too slow, but I wouldn't go any less than, say, like a 0.5. Anything from like 0.6 to like a 0.14 is really great. It gives you that extra slowdown that you would want for long range, but not feeling too slow, or just not feeling like there is any slowdown at all. So that's what I would recommend for your look damping time when it comes to Exponential, but I definitely would recommend having that setting on. I think it's a great combination with Exponential. And as far as the last settings, my dead zones, 14%, 11%, really just comes down to your controller. This is what I have. You can try it out if you like it. But if you have a lot of stick drift, then you'd want a higher dead zone. And as far as the binds, I play with 4 paddles. A lot of you guys probably don't, but I always do in my description, if you guys don't already know, not my description, my pinned comment, I always have a link to a video with the best binds to have if you play with non-paddle and non-claw, which I know the majority of you guys watching this video have no paddles and no claw. Definitely click on that link in the pinned comment if you guys haven't seen it already, and have those binds. They are the absolute best binds to use for Xbox and PS4 players. Definitely give it a look if you are needing some new binds. But with that being said, I really appreciate you guys watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it helped you guys out, and if you could, make sure you do drop a like, hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel, and as well that notification bell, because I do live stream every single day, 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys are notified, you guys will get a notification for when I go live on this channel. But with that being said, I really appreciate you guys watching the video, and alright guys, I'll see you next video.